a mass discussion. Can't you see them dad boys are casting? Testing competition on their podcast mission. Never know what you get. It's chaotic precision. If you don't know, you better find out the dad pack. Are here to prove a point. We three kings just believe that you don't want to tussle with them. This show is thunder. Subscribe and tune in, and you're laughing to the very end. Don't turn your back on the dad pack. Don't turn your back on the dad pack.
Put the kids to bed. Dad's home. We are the dWo podcast, representing the dad world order. I am the handsome head of household, Mr. Magnificent Mike Martin. And with me, as always, the rest of this patriarch pack. We got the big, bad, bearded daddy. He is Big Rig Eric Murphy.
Hulk, if you hear me, let's go.
Yeah, 10-4, good buddy. And he is the perpetual mid-carder and the two-time world record holder. He is the wrestling t-shirt guy, Cephas.
Ooh, yeah. Cowabunga indeed. It is day 1070 wearing a wrestling shirt. And tonight, me and Eric's twinsies.
We are.
Yeah.
This is my favorite Revolver shirt.
That's a pretty good one.
And speaking of the rest, everybody recognizes this guy. We got him back for another Revolver preview for Revolver season finale. The one and only president of wrestling, Mr. Phil Stamper. Sir, how the heck are you?
I'm good. I'm cold, so I'm in a giant hoodie right now because it's cold.
You
I don't blame you.
by the wall. You better stay out the way.
Uh-oh.
You can tell when I talk.
I forgot we had that.
I'm glad you do have it. I am so glad that music gets so over with everybody.
It's so good.
I've had that loaded since last time, so yeah. I'm glad I remembered. Yeah, I tend to be forgetful.
I was trying to also share the Facebook stream on my Facebook page, and it brought up this and like 2 copies of the video, so there was like all of us in triplicate.
Sounds beautiful.
Triplicate. Interesting.
Boom. There it is.
Well, heck yeah, man. We're back. We are back. Revolver preview. It's been a minute since we've done one of these, but got to do it for season finale, man. Because this card looks freaking awesome.
It is a bit stacked.
And what would you expect?
Tad bit. I'm jealous. Unfortunately, I will not be able to attend in person, but I will be there watching at home.
Absolutely.
I fully made plans to go, forgetting that I was booked to play a show. We're the main event of Kenny Ozfest. And I was like, I'm going to Iowa. And my dude was like, are you? You're not going to play? I was like,
You are?
I was like, oh shit, I guess I'm not going to Iowa.
You told us both things the other night, though. To be fair.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
See, that's how terrible my brain is. I was like, come do this, and I'm also going to Iowa. It's cool, though, because guess what? I'm for sure going to Richmond. So.
Oh yeah, we'll be in Richmond for sure. That's gonna be a fun one. You're gonna be there, right?
Yes,
Santa
sir.
Phil?
Right around the corner, too.
I don't know if I'll be Santa Phil though.
And
I might just
Come on, man. That is
if you want to be Santa Phil, just have one of the wrestlers throw themselves into us so we're a part of it somehow.
Yeah,
that would be Christmas present enough. You can just throw, someone at us.
Yeah.
He's like,
Who would I pick?
Dude, it is my now a life goal of mine to be in some, even if it's one show, one spot, one show. I want a one-off with me and Sammy where Sammy just decks me. I try to go give him a hug, and he's just like, wow.
Well, if you recall, at the last Revolver event in Dayton, when Sammy gets knocked to the ground by Palmer, I go out there because Sammy's not really moving for a second. And so I'm like, what, you good? And I get him and he stands up and he looks at me and he like sort of pushes me away and is like, I forgot my hat. Like goes back down and gets his hat. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
He was not okay, but
Yeah.
that could have been your moment. You could have picked up Sammy, and he could have punched you in the face right there.
I would have loved that. I would love to be a concerned dad just going in there to help my best friend. And he, is like,
Punches you in the face.
ow.
He's just so disoriented, he
Yeah.
wouldn't do that.
He would never do that to me
Yeah.
because he loves me.
Who else is going to ride tandem bicycles?
That tandem bicycle brought y'all together.
Yeah.
For those of you who've
Also,
never seen
what's
it.
going on, Brian?
Mr.
Hey, look at that. Look how good of friends we are.
You're the best friends.
Yeah, let's get into this card, fellas. Iowa season finale is always a great show. Really kind of wraps up the year, but also, stuff can spill over into the following year. It's not necessarily putting a bow on everything, but on some things.
Yeah. We'll start off with the one at the bottom.
Yeah.
Work the way to the top.
Absolutely.
Right. First off, I'm scared for her for the first time ever. Normally, she can fight a man, and I'm like, yeah, it's fine. But this one, I'm like, she might die.
I've learned not to doubt this woman. I mean,
yeah, she went up against Jake something and won like handedly. She beat Fulton.
She's beaten like every dude. At this point, like, who's left for her? You know what I mean? Like,
this is her stepping stones on the way to championship, I think.
I can see
yeah.
it. Masha, now that Marina, I mean, I could have seen Marina in that spot also, but now that she's kind of, got her hands full with the whole Death Riders thing, it's absolutely.
Well, she is on this card at least, correct?
Marina?
Hell yeah, yeah.
Oh no shit.
My brain's like, wait a minute. Now I have to go through stuff in my brain. I'm like, she is.
I'm pretty sure she was.
I don't think she is, bud.
I don't think we've announced a match.
I don't see her on the card.
Her though. In full transparency, with things that happens very fast in the world of wrestling, especially in like AEW or Impact, if they need you and you have to go there, you're going there because that's
priority one.
I'm trying to double check. Because we have 3 events coming up, so my brain is blending a little bit of like which event is where.
Then you got check. So also, what's going on, Raymond?
How the heck are you?
And cheese.
So we did announce. I'm not gonna lie, we did announce Marina, and I don't see a retraction. So we have announced Marina.
So I'm not crazy. That's all I needed to know.
Just an appearance, or she have an opponent?
No opponent has been announced yet.
Okay.
You're still crazy, bud. You're just not crazy about that.
That's accurate.
He's like, I'll take that.
For sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I
Masha,
love watching Masha go up. I mean, one of my favorite matches to show people who are like, what's wrestling like now?
Mm-hmm.
You keep cutting out, Eric.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's like systematic. Like every 40 seconds, you're like,
I'm on Wi-Fi. That's probably why.
Yeah.
The LA show. One of my favorite matches to show people is Masha versus Jacob Fatu. Mm-hmm. It is the ultimate, like, this is what you can go see at an indie show, specifically Wrestling Revolver.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, you can go and see this guy who you're like, oh, he should kill her, and then watch her, and they just beat the shit out of each other in a really athletic but also savage way. And I'm like, I love this.
It's it's like with compared to like watching a musical. You know what I mean? And it's obviously not everybody's cup of tea, but for me, if the story's good in the musical, I did just see Wicked. That you get lost in the story, and then just you don't really realize you're watching a musical. You're just watching a good story. Much the same, with their intergender matches when done correctly. You're not looking at man versus woman and this versus that. You're just watching two badasses, put on a banger, and it's done over and over again in Revolver, and it never ceases to amaze me.
So some people don't know that for the pre-show at Revolver, like all the music and some of the videos you get, you see before the show, I put that together. And for off and on here and there for the last couple of years, I've slid in a metal version of Defying Gravity, and like 3 people have ever mentioned it. And now that I feel like if I tried to slide it in now, everyone's gonna be like, you just did that because the movie. Which I have not seen yet. I do want to go see it.
Yeah, well, you got backup proof. You can be like, no.
No.
Just
no.
Just no.
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 When Dad says no, just no.
That's right. Also, what up, Timmy boy?
What's up, Tim?
Also, what up, Brian? And you boys, how you guys doing?
What's up, boys?
And the boys. Heck yeah.
I'm sharing away as we're speaking right now. So if you see my eyes dark, it's because I'm trying to share it to as many places as I can.
Share away, brother.
Beautiful.
Share
You're
away.
good. Much appreciated.
But yeah, that should be a great match. I mean, I'm kind of hoping that Cruel becomes a mainstay in Revolver. You know, I know he probably can't make every single show, but becoming a part of the roster, as it were, would be really cool because he was freaking impressive against Fulton.
God, just bone chilling. He has this just aura and this energy about him, man. And I believe Bo said it before that, you know, it was almost Undertaker-esque. And I would not dare say that in his presence. So, you know, I don't want to be sacrilege or anything. But I mean,
he had way cooler presence than AJ Francis.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
doubt.
don't even get me started.
Uh-oh.
Son of a bitch. I made a sign for him, and then he hit our Jake fucking Chris sign, and he tried to tear it.
Didn't knock it out of my hand, though.
Fuck
bitch.
you, AJ Francis. You made an enemy of the dads. There's going to be if you go back and watch the footage, as he punches the Jake Chris sign, you can see me behind him while he's holding the Jake sign, and I just throw my top dollar signs to the ground. I was like, no. I will not. You're a fuck you. I was going to root for both of you, but now you're up.
You're dead to me.
You're dead to me. He was cool as fuck at WrestleMania, though. We had a good time. But
he has a different attitude now. He has a different focus now.
That's right.
To be fair, with WrestleMania, he was getting paid $1 gazillion to hang out and get drunk and eat really good catering.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty fun.
I don't think he's on this card though, is he?
Nope.
He's
No, he's not. He's
to-
on the next Dayton card, though.
He's on both Richmond and Dayton.
He's in Richmond and Dayton.
Oh, he's in Richmond, too? Damn it.
You'll see him December 21st and January 9th.
I got to think of something really embarrassing that he does to put on a sign. I don't know. Just something real.
I mean, I would say the tope, but that's been kind of wore out.
Yeah, I'd love to give something about the guys, but I want to be more.
Say he has a patchy beard.
I don't know if he has like an auditory. Oh, I can't think of the right term. Like when you repeat something when you cut a promo and like you always rely on like the same kind of trope. Like you always say the certain thing, but I don't remember offhand if he has that or not.
He says "who hotta." There we go. Who farter?
Who hotta you nada?
Who hotta you nada?
AJ nada.
AJ nada.
More like stupid Jay. All right, that sucks. I'll brainstorm. But anyways,
AJ more like Beta J.
I'm looking forward to Cruel and Masha, but I gotta ask you guys, who's going over? Who do you think? I think
it's probably Cruel.
I think it's got to be Cruel. I think this is got to be one of her first singles defeats.
I mean, she did get beat by Jacob Fatu in California, so there is a precedent. And Cruel is a monster in every way you can say that word. So
I'm saying Masha wins by interference by Madman Fulton.
Oh,
I can see it.
Okay.
He's got a bone to pick.
He's pretty mad, man. Hey. All right.
When Mr. Magnificent kills a room.
Whoa.
I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
All right, we're here. We got our next match here. Bam. First off, the name of Birdlaw.
I love it so much. Filibuster.
Bird Law versus the Crew in an Iowa street fight. The last time I saw a Revolver street fight, it was I forget Charles Mason and I believe Macklin was in it, and that shit spilled out into the streets, literally, of Philadelphia, and they hit each other on a car that was just going through the street. It wasn't like
not
like
a willing participant.
It wasn't like it was you, and they're like, "All right, Phil, drive the car right now." No, there was
random Philadelphia number 2 got entered into the match. So
how funny would that be if that person was like an absolute not fan of professional wrestling either, and they're just like, God, fucking WrestleMania, like
his dad died at WrestleMania 1 or something. Created a villain. And he becomes a wrestler out of spite.
Yeah.
Comes the Revolver to take everything over.
Or like, well, we don't know who's in the car. They didn't stop. They didn't like get angry with us. Thank God. But
yeah,
imagine if it was a celebrity. I walk Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
You're in Phoenix. You're in my town.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was the best. Mine was not.
I'm pumped for this though. I love the insane trajectory that Palmer's on right now. He's just absolutely lost his mind. And you know that Speedball and Vader are going to come out with a vengeance. Obviously, Palmer has done some pretty dastardly shit as of recent, and I think we see a more vicious side of Speedball here.
That's exactly where I was going to go.
We're used to seeing very athletic, smooth move style, martial arts style, and I think we're going to see the Canadian monster's about to be born, baby.
But at the same time, I do wonder how much of that's in him, because, and this is no offense when I say this, but he has that touch of RVD where it's like, even when RVD was mad, you were like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
no,
well, that's the question. Is it going to come from Veda then?
Oh, now that's different. She's got fire. I'm not saying that Speedball don't have fire either. It's hard to describe what I'm describing here. It's just I feel like Speedball, even in hell, he's just going to be like, all right, whatever.
But you think he's going to hell. Ouch. I mean, I have seen Speedball mad, and it's like, oh, this got really dark. Like it's like an unexpected like slap in the face.
But at the same time, though, coming out with that high of emotion and running that hot, sometimes you aren't thinking straight, so it can be a detriment at times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the one person none of you have said yet is Rich Swann, who is in the most ridiculous shape of his life.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Like
crazy.
He posted a picture like I think like a week ago, and I was like I've known Rich since he started in wrestling, and Rich has never looked like this.
I mean, even when he was, like in the cruiserweight division, man, like he was killing it there, and he's killing it in Revolver, but like I always just thought of Rich Swann as like, oh, this dude's super athletic, he's fit. And then like I saw like, picture him from way back and then like one now, and I'm like, oh, he got fucking ripped up, dude.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Bro, the way he just flips randomly in public and films it, I love that so much.
Yeah. Yep.
Every time I see him, I encourage him to do more nonsense like that. I love it. It just fills my feed with happiness whenever I see it. Hopefully we can reschedule. We were supposed to record some music with him, but shit happened and we had to reschedule. Hopefully we can get an actual date set. Get him in the studio. People need to hear how good he is on an acoustic guitar.
Right?
Yeah, I was going to say, that's one of my fond memory of a Wrestling Revolver show is just leaving that Iowa show, and he's just sitting on the curb playing guitar. Yep.
Being serenaded by Rich Swann.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
Say what up to a couple people. What up, Justin?
Hey, Justin.
Croucher says it's good to see Swan back. Absolutely. And Dave said, oh, cool. It's Phil.
Hi, Dave. I'll pay you later.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel as much as I love Veda and Speedball, I feel like the crew are just kind of
Yeah.
on a tear of they ain't holding back.
They just
Like
kind of
there's oh you're a piece of shit, and then there's oh you're a piece of shit.
yeah. And they always seem to be like a step ahead, currently, just like in just great heel fashion too. I mean,
Yeah, and they don't care about the consequences. They're just out there doing whatever the hell they want. So
no punches pulled, no line will not be crossed.
exactly.
Now,
So
when I talk about a lot of things about Revolver, like I don't know, like I have no idea what we're gonna do. My brain just went, "Oh, what if Veda turned heel and joined the crew?" And I was like, "Oh, like I can't like."
Don't you put that evil?
That comes from nowhere, but
you just put that
Let
out
me tell
there,
you this
Phil.
right now. If that happens, we're pulling this clip up and we're putting it out there and we're saying that you had something to do with it. We're doing it.
but I'm
Phil
not.
also writes for The Simpsons.
You're not supposed to tell people that.
No, that'd be some shit though. That would definitely be one of the moments, just like the one with old Jess and Sammy.
Yeah.
That was the moment. Like, oh, okay.
Did not see that coming.
Yeah.
I still need to see a little something happen with that. Like,
yeah.
when's that confrontation gonna go down?
What a cool 8th match that could be. Sammy versus Jess at season finale.
Ooh.
That would be dope.
You do have stroke, as they say, Just go out there and announce it. Then he can't say no.
Yeah.
Right. But then I'll have both Jess and Sammy hate me at the same time.
At the same time. You don't want that.
No, that's not
a handicap match.
I mean, it has taken almost a year for like Sammy and I to be okay. Like, because last season finale he stabbed me in the head.
That's true. He did.
Yeah.
He stabbed you in the head. I do remember that. That was Hey, I'll tell you what though, the visual of that still is one of my all-time damn.
It's right there with that Santa
fucking cool.
You can see your
Santa Phil picture.
You can see your little head skin lift up as it tilted. Ugh.
I remember the sensation vividly.
Ugh.
Everyone's like, "How does it feel?" And I'm like, "How would you imagine getting wooden spikes in your head?"
It was great.
That's exactly how it feels, and especially with the part when they whap them in your head. It feels exactly like you think it would feel.
Like shit.
And then what I didn't expect was when I went to the ground, that the weight of them going blip, and I'm like, "Aha!" It doesn't
That's much worse.
Increase pain or anything. It was just like that.
Is that my scalp moving?
That feels weird.
Yeah.
JT was really in the back, going, "Oh, throw up."
Yeah.
It's shit like that is just it's fun to show people who don't know your wrestling world. You know what I mean? I'm sure you've probably had the chance to do that a few times where people are like, "Oh, you do wrestling," and just show them some of the most obscure shit. Oh yeah, here you go.
My current boss, and when I met her, she was not my boss. We were colleagues in different departments. She is now my boss, and she follows me on Facebook, so she sees everything.
Oh boy.
So there's no hiding.
It's got to be.
She knows the real you, And she's
so you did what?
Right.
Yeah,
she also knows that almost every time I come back from Iowa, I'm sick. So talk to me Monday and let's see how I'm feeling.
Right.
I'm down in the airborne now.
I think everybody got sick after the first time we went to Iowa too.
Maybe it's that Casey's.
You know what? I'm not going to have any Casey's this week because
you know how many. Dude, the last time we went out, the amount of Casey's breakfast pizza that me and C.
We probably ate 3 full pizzas together.
Absolutely. It's just every time we stopped at a Casey's, it was all right, I guess we'll get some.
I mean, if you're there and it looks good, and it tastes good.
It was good every time.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
We slept in the parking lot the first Iowa show, or whatever Iowa show it was that we went to Casey's. I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning on purpose to go get fresh pizza because I knew it would be somewhat fresh in the morning. I was like, "Yep,
there we go."
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
That was fun stuff. Anyways, let's move on to this next match.
I digress.
Our next match is super cool because another company's title will be defended in the ring. And we got the big bad man Moose and Myron Reed. Look, man, it's very rare that a TNA championship takes place somewhere else. But I got a young goat, baby.
I want to
Goat.
see this happen so bad.
I would shit my pants.
I want him to take the X Division title and then show up on Thursday at Impact. Like, what the fuck's up?
That would be the coolest thing he could do.
I mean, and it's not like there's not a history of Revolver footage finding its way on Impact. So
Right.
Yeah.
We're Myron Reed stands hard.
Yeah.
We love that dude. And nothing against Moose, but I got to go with my man Myron Reed. You know,
any wrestler does a shirt video with me, I'm kind of partial. And I know
I do love it though when the X Division title is held by somebody that is absolutely not X Division.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. I mean, Samoa Joe was a big X Division.
No, I know, but originally it was like, supposed to be the smaller, their cruiserweight type thing. And I always think it's cool when it's like, oh, you're the X Division champion. Who the hell's supposed to beat you?
That's why I always wanted James Ellsworth to win a woman's title, but everybody lose their damn mind. Like, even Phil is he's judging me right now. We listen and we don't judge.
And I mean, for context, Ellsworth is from Maryland. I am from Maryland. I am aware of Jimmy.
Yeah.
He can stay away, and it's okay.
Wow. He was going to come on and surprise you as a special guest. I guess we'll cancel that.
I thought we were best friends, Phil.
What?
Also, shout out a couple more.
Yeah, buddy.
Hello, Joe.
Timmy boy, young goat, you damn right.
Damn
Brad,
boy.
what's going on, dude?
Hey, Brad.
Chris, hello.
Chris, how the heck are you? Thanks for tuning in.
So
Thanks for tuning
I
in.
will say there were some unresolved things with Myron because Myron drank the potion of Leo Rush, and so far, is it affecting him? Has it affected him?
Maybe.
Ooh.
Go for it.
Also, the look that Crash gave him when he won that golden ticket match.
Yes.
Although Crash is in the next match.
I know, but
that
means Crash is going to be there.
Dude, if Crash cost Myron his title, and then Myron
monster
cost
heel Crash
the remix title, and they cost each other the title, that would start next year off with quite the bang with Crash and Goat. I don't want them to fight though because I like them both. I don't want that.
Yeah, but imagine
why not?
The matches they could put on, dude.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Yes, please let them fight.
No, but anyways, I know it's against all better efforts, but I'm going with Young Goat in this match. I love Moose, but I want it. I want the upset.
Saw the one comment in the chat, and I'm just sort of like, where did that come from?
What?
What? Right. I don't know if you want to post it or not. I'm just sort of like, huh?
You know
what?
It's an odd one. Joe, your thoughts are weird, but I don't know about that.
Yeah. Okay, I'll post this one. Yeah, go Myron. Hell yeah, Chris.
Myron.
I'd love to see Myron win, but I think that somehow, some way, Moose finds a way. But Myron looks good in defeat.
Absolutely.
I don't think this is his.
I think there's some fuckery with
championship.
this. I don't think Myron loses clean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially, I don't know. He just won the. I'm like,
well,
I don't know.
Are you okay?
I lost my train of thought.
Big Rig is stroking out while we're talking.
I am stroking out. No, I'm saying he just won the golden ticket, so I feel like because of what he has, he's like, I want everything. He's like, I got the golden ticket. I need this X Division title, so I don't think he's gonna lose unless somebody's fucking with him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I took a long time to get there, but we got there in the end.
Here we are.
Okay.
It is what it is. I still think he's gonna win it. I'm gonna stick with the go, but we'll go to the next match. Remix Championship. Now this one right here, talk about being conflicted. First off, I'm a big Kitty Cat fan. I'm a fan of something. I'm a fan of Crash. I'm a fan of Damien. And nothing against Leon Chambers or Garrett. I just don't know them as Leon Chambers.
I was waiting for you to do that. I was waiting for it.
Hold on. Look, we're all having a brain fart here. But anyways, as much as I don't know enough about Leon and Garrett to be as behind them, but all four of the other guys, man, it's just like, oh, stop.
Isn't the one dude like the MILF Hunter or something like that?
Yeah, but it's still
not anymore.
no.
JJ Garrett is just awesome. He is from Iowa. He's been with us off and on almost since the beginning of Revolver. And so having him back in the fold is really cool. I'm glad to see him back around. And so, he is sort of I think he's like the unknown commodity in this match. People don't know him as well currently at Revolver. We've already talked about Crash. Everybody loves Crash. Everybody supports Crash. Nobody supports Damian Chambers.
What?
We
You're
all hate
That's what Chris said. Chambers as a fan.
Whoa.
Yes.
First off, this is the Chambers friendly podcast. This is the Chambers section.
Look, even Brad
On
said
that
guilty
side of the room?
pleasure. Damian Chambers.
Okay.
I can't. Wow.
Chambers guys.
I can't believe you. But I can't believe I forgot to bring this up, especially since I got it here. Before we move too far, I want to bring up a small story with Moose. My friend Luna, Moose was selling some gear that he wore, and it was like around Christmas time a couple of years ago, and I think he was like donating some of the money. So my dude who is in the armed forces, he's like, oh, well, I got a little bit of money to spend. I don't mind donating. So he bought Moose's gear. And he's like, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do with this. And I just have some man's underwear. And I was like, I bet you won't fucking wear it. And he was like, I'll wear it and I'll post it online. And this is what happened because of that. Moose saw it. So he was absolutely happy about it. But it's just like, and that's what Luna posted on Instagram. It's just like, okay.
That's fantastic.
Luna's such a dingus.
Yeah. I'm playing him this week in our football league. Son of a bitch.
I'm playing my wife.
Lindsay or Crash? Oh,
man.
I would love for
like
Crash
it.
to win it, but Lindsay's been really, really good at these remix matches.
Mm-hmm.
Now
we still don't even know what that is yet.
No, we lost
Remix.
Phil.
What's he gonna do?
And I think we're missing the biggest factor in this match, who is literally the biggest man in this match.
Yeah, Jake
That's
fucking something.
Something. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you know where I'm at with the unit, but you can't deny the ability of Jake something and the power of Jake something, and like he is really something, and
Yeah.
he could easily walk out of this match as the new champion.
The sheer monstrosity of him alone is going to be a tough for any one of those guys to face in 1-on-1, let alone with 5 other guys in there. He's going to be a tough mountain to climb for sure.
Right.
I could see him taking it.
Dante Leone is internationally traveled. I just saw him at a We Love Wrestling event up in Wisconsin, and it was like I felt like I was watching a new person, because he's just developed so much and changed so significantly in like this amazing way that I'm like, oh wow, like he could really, really shock everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah!
And Lindsay's the champion, like,
Yeah, for a reason.
right?
Former guest of the show.
That's the homie.
Sure he is.
Yeah.
You know what, Brian? We're not going to talk about that right now.
After the season.
Hey Brian, why you gotta bring up negative shit, bud?
I mean, it's
Huh?
not like the Ravens have beaten them every time.
Hey,
Phil, don't even fucking start. Okay.
you go stand in the corner.
You know what? I'm not even that big of a football guy. Yes, the Ravens are my team, but and I also grew up with the Bengals because they're my relatives in Indiana. I did not make a bet. Sammy bet me, and Sammy lost that bet and has never paid up on it.
Oh, we've talked about this on like the past 3 times you've been on.
Yeah.
He
Maybe we
still
should
has not
put
done
them
it.
all together and tag Sammy, but then he'll just look at it, not like it or share it, and then just leave it alone.
Well, it's sort of like, oh, it's about this time of year. I don't remember like how many years ago now. There was a year when he was like, I'm giving up chewing tobacco. It's such a bad habit. If you see me with straw in my mouth, punch me in the face.
If you don't have it recorded, it doesn't count.
Oh, I screen share that every time it comes up as a memory.
Yes. Oh, well, speaking of both those football teams, you guys all watch the first episode of Hard Knocks AFC
Oh,
North?
it's so great.
Dude,
I'm not.
So
I
very
really don't
great.
want to, but I kind of love Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
Like, he is the coach I want for my football team. If I was starting a football team, I want that dude.
You know what the coolest part of Hard Knocks was? This right here. The very
Yes.
fact that Joe Burrow bought Batman's fucking car. I'm so excited for that. I want him to show up on the field, tear the fucking field up. Like, if we ever win the Super Bowl with him, they better let him drive it on the field.
He's going to pull up. They're going to have a Halloween game. He's going to pull up. He's going to
He
pull
better
up with Batman with
drive that thing
a full
down
bat suit.
fucking Main Street downtown when they do the parade.
On
Yeah.
Lucha Bingo, they were like Jamar should be Robin. I was like, oh my god,
Oh.
it's fucking awesome.
Ooh. I like this.
Yeah, that.
Ooh,
Yes, please.
that'd
That'd be a really
Does
fun
that happen?
match.
That's had to have happened before.
I don't know, because if you think about it, you know, the Briscoes were the Briscoe brothers. They were a tag
Yeah.
team.
Yeah.
Sammy, I'm trying to think if Switchblade Conspiracy ever fought the Briscoes. That's the only time I could see where maybe
Yeah.
they've crossed.
Right.
Huh.
I don't believe so. I really don't believe so, and certainly not in singles.
I feel like if anybody would know, you would know, sir.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You are
Though as an
fucking-
oracle of professional wrestling, I am
That's
kind
right.
of more current, modern, in the moment day
Yeah.
oracle of things in wrestling. My archival knowledge is suffering from probably possible some CTE, because CTE is real.
Now we need to make an edit of you as the Oracle from the direct VHS Aladdin sequel, where he finds the Oracle that tells him his future, or some shit.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's the Aladdin and the 40 Thieves, and she tells him where his dad is.
I remember it, but I don't remember it. If that makes any sense.
It's really fucking obscure as fuck. But now,
Yeah, nobody watches the sequel. I mean, nobody
Shit,
ever-
I loved Aladdin. I still watch Aladdin. That's my
First
fucking
one,
shit.
yeah. I can show you the world.
Shining, shimmering splendor.
Because
That
the
was like-
voice
that
actor
was like a
for
lot of
Aladdin.
those sequels, though. I remember like when M would want to watch like Little Mermaid 3, and I'm like,
God, so bad. Yeah, like
What?
the
watered
did you
down.
hear her? She was like, yeah, we do.
What?
What were you saying about the voice
like-
actor?
So the voice actor for Aladdin was the guy who was the boyfriend on Full House of DJ, the oldest daughter, and
Steve?
Steve, and he was on the wrestling team on the show, so he was wrestling on the show. So that's my weird like wrestling connection to Aladdin. And I was like, oh look, it's the dude from Full House.
Steve.
I love DJ. I still like, if like I was a single young man and I ran into Candace Cameron Bure, I'd be like, listen here, DJ.
How you doing?
They're so
No,
integrated
no.
into my cerebellum. Like, I'm sorry, you can't be Candace.
So hey,
Oh.
we'll see you in Richmond, buddy.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
It's gonna be a fucking. I'm bringing gifts for some people.
Meet me halfway.
It's gonna be a fun show.
Yeah,
Your
my-
signs are a gift.
Yeah, my signs are a gift, but my gifts are also that I'm talking about are illegal in Indiana. But it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. We'll have fun.
Isn't it illegal in Indiana?
Yeah, that's illegal as fuck.
I did not know that.
Loaded dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, guys. Loaded dice and Cuban cigars. Yeah. That's what we
Anyhow,
do. We're dads. But anyways, next match. Oh man. First off, I love saying gleet. I love saying that.
Yes.
Gleet. It sounds like, I just don't know. I love the word. I like the way it feels on my palate. This is
isn't
gonna
it
be
when
a
you can like shoot your spit through your teeth?
gleet.
Or, like, glee?
I think so. Yeah, that's what it is, isn't it?
Used to be able to do that like in middle school, like shoot it across the room.
I've always ever done it on accident, and it's never cool when it happens.
I only ever did it
Right
like
in somebody's face.
Yeah.
Yes, it's always horrendous. But yeah, this match will be amazing.
Sleeper. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, what kind of person are you? Are you so somebody like is talking and they spit and it hits your face? Are you the kind of person you wait for them to finish talking and then wipe, or do you wipe right away?
I wipe, get your spit off of my face.
Immediately.
That is human bodily fluids. No,
I
thank
may
you.
not say something depending on the situation, but I will definitely wipe and step away, or I'll like edit like, oh, yeah. Oh,
Matrix.
We're gonna talk like this.
I'll tell you what, Chris, you ain't kidding. The fans win this match.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
okay.
What an
So
odd pairing though.
I'm loving this pairing. Like Alan Angels posted when him and Jake teamed, we need a name. And so I have been pitching the name Hellfire.
Okay.
And no, it has not picked up. They do not have a name, but I'm like, I want them to be called Hellfire. I'm gonna like try to subtly convince everybody on Saturday that is going to be their tag name. They might have
manifested
Rick Savage and it's Hellfire and Brickstone. There you go. It's a trio. Damn, I'm sorry.
Jeez.
Can't help it.
But yeah, the match is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it's that's gonna be one of them matches where you're gonna be like, "What the fuck? Holy shit!" 37 times.
Yeah, I just
Start of the last Jake match.
4 individuals who just absolutely do things that most humans shouldn't be able to do.
Yeah,
and I'm curious to see the pairing of Jake and Alan Angels because
Jakening?
huh?
It's not like you said the Jakening.
The Jakening.
That's not a bad team name either. Alan Angels will be like, "What the fuck?
You're the king part?
You're the inning." Oh shit! But yeah,
What has happened?
Super match of the night for sure. I really like the prospect of the Rascals anytime that they're in Revolver. Anytime they're anywhere, really, but anytime in Revolver, I know we're going to get an excellent match, especially when they're working together and
like
not
Chris,
fighting each other for their weed.
And like Chris said, the fans win anytime that the Rascals are in the building, especially against these other 2 absolute vets.
Man. And I tell you what, some guys that are probably not going to win as much is every competitor in this next match, because there's not going to be any normal ropes at all. It's just going to be barbed wire. Oh man! And plus, old Dark Pledge and his teammate Alex Colon are reaching levels of being able to work together better than they did at the start. I guess is where I'm trying to go with this. So they're seasoned now, especially after that last fucking barn burner they did in Dayton. I don't know if Alpha Sig's gonna walk out of this one with a win. I think it might be Red, and I hate to say that. What do you guys say?
I think that it being no rope barbed wire, I got to give the edge to Red, just with having Alex Colon in that match. That is literally his bread and butter when it comes to match types. And he's obviously been teaching Pledge a thing or two. I mean, you saw it in Dayton. One of the bloodiest matches I think we've ever seen.
The beer bottle down the back.
Yeah, dude. Like, who knows how crazy they get out in Iowa?
I would love to see Alex and Burke Pledge have like a Rocky montage where like Alex is like the Mick. Come on, kid.
And he's just sitting there like cutting
Making him
himself with shit.
Yeah, he's eating like shards of glass and stuff.
When you said before, like the thing that hit your heartstrings the most was when Jess and Sammy had the blow up. The look on Pledge's face when he kicked Brent Oakley.
Oh yeah,
it was like
you.
Like it all hit at once. It was like
it was such a fuck you.
And the look on his face.
Yeah,
like,
that was the face that he had was just fuck you.
It sold it. Yeah.
He needs to change his name to Dick Dastardly. That son of a bitch.
He does.
Dastardly.
Dastardly
is a dick.
But nah, man, this is I would say this is probably going to have to be the main event, even though I think the match that we saved for last should be a main event. But no ropes, you kind of have to do that last, especially when you're wrapping the ring in barbed wire.
It's for logistics, if anything.
Yeah, I mean it depends. But main event wise, I think this right here is carrying the show for me, man. First off, I am still wondering who the fuck GF was calling on her phone. You know what I mean? So I want to know what's going on there. I heard someone in the crowd yell, "She's calling Cardona." So I wonder if there's any truth to that.
Huh. I mean, y'all seen the video. You seen, maybe not what she says, but I mean, her facial expressions and her body language said a whole lot that, Mama was not happy.
Yeah.
With, a boy's decision to go overseas. So, a woman scorned is like no other, man. And, I think she's going to be the wild card in this affair.
To be fair, as a man who's been in a relationship for 14 years, if I was just like, "Oh, babe, that trip we planned to do into Germany, your ticket's not going to work, but mine is. I'll see you later." She'd be fucking pissed. She'd probably call somebody too.
See you.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe jet setting champion life is taking a toll on their little personal life. Maybe we'll see, or maybe we're just looking into nothing. But all I'm saying is she seemed like her whole mood changed at that moment. So,
I don't care. Ain't no way Matt Cardona's walking out champion. Ain't happening.
Don't say that.
Right.
Where's my dad?
Don't say that.
Where's my son?
No, I hope you fucking see and you can't find your sign. This is it. We're cursing him. We're cursing Ace right now. Ace is gonna get screwed, and Cardona's gonna be the champion. And we're gonna be watching on Fight TV, and we're gonna be extremely upset.
It's not gonna happen.
Extremely upset. Man.
By hell or high water, Ace wins.
I hope. I'm gonna go with Ace winning as well.
Either that or do we see a golden ticket cash in?
That's not
boy, that just played out in my head right now.
Cardona wins but Myron, or Ace wins but Myron?
Ooh.
So if that happens, that's because it's a whole other thing that.
No, I want to see. I want to see Cardona win and Myron cash in on him, and he's champion for all of like 4 seconds.
Wait a minute, you want to see Cardona win? I want that for the record.
So he can tout that he's been a former Revolver world champion, but it's a 4-second title reign.
Yeah,
I think that'd be awesome.
Shortest title reign in Revolver history.
Yeah.
If that's the case, if that were to happen, I'd have to edit the signs. Cardona's very short or something. I don't know, and just do 100 of those signs. That would be fun. I need to do something ridiculous sign-wise again. I wish I knew. I'm sure they'll announce a couple matches once we get closer, but I wish I knew more about what's happening in Richmond. But from what I understand, it's gonna be a Christmas present from Revolver to the world. So
It is the Revolver holiday special. It's going to be awesome.
Is there going to be claymation involved?
That would be so awesome.
Why do I
They're
feel like
cool
that's
would that
something
be?
Sammy's weirdly into, and he would
Right.
come up with some like crazy fucked up
because he
claymation Christmas video?
Right.
because you see-
Revolver, fire, and elves killing snowmen or something. I don't know.
I could see it.
Death machine, elves die. Ah.
Yeah. Just giving
And then Sammy,
a cactus driver to Santa.
No. But no. Especially if I'm wearing the Santa suit. No.
that would be some shit. Now, if it happens, curse you, Eric.
Yep, my fault.
Sammy killed Santa.
Spikes in the head last year. We're not doing that again.
Sammy killed Christmas this year.
That's a T-shirt.
Yeah, Sammy tears
Sammy
heel on everybody. It's all the wrong choices that we don't want in the matches, and then he comes out and be like, "Ha, I did it all."
Bro, that's a line of Sammy shirts right there. Sammy kills Christmas. Sammy kills Hanukkah. Sammy kills St. Patrick's Day. Bro, holiday themed Sammy shirts.
I love it.
That's brilliant.
Unfortunately, Phil has to dress in the holiday attire every time.
Oh no! I
It's
hate
just
you.
running
Every
just a running
T-shirt
bit.
is Sammy kicking Phil's ass dressed as that particular holiday's mascot.
Yes.
One of Phil is a leprechaun. One of Phil is Uncle Sam.
Phil is the Easter Bunny.
I do have a
Getting
leprechaun
cactus
costume.
driver.
I'm not gonna lie.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When
well.
years ago, I worked for
Laddie.
Wrestling Unplugged, and there's a right near the ECW arena, like 3 blocks away, is a costume store that is still there. And I went there and I was like, I'm just looking for something, and I wasn't sure what I was looking for. It was near St. Patrick's Day, and they had a full leprechaun tuxedo.
Now, come on. I thought they
Oh,
gave you
man.
guys those at 10, like Pokemon.
Dude, what?
I can almost walk again, and when I can, imagine where I'm going to stick my foot, sir.
Phil's gonna put you in submission hold Sunday and just roll you up like a pretzel, dude.
Hmm.
Oh, man.
Hmm.
We still never did do any of that. What a fault.
I mean, to
We'll
be
do it.
fair, I've been
We'll do it.
missing part of a leg.
We'll
so
do it when
yeah.
Uncle Phil's healthy.
I'm getting there. I did roll a little bit last week, very carefully.
Oh yeah.
That's
Roll?
good. I'm glad you're on the mend for sure.
What do you mean by roll?
Like live wrestling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like rolling around on the mat.
I was
Yeah.
thinking, like, what does that mean with your foot, with your leg? Like, what?
But again, I had to be very careful, and it was like I can't do certain movements, and yeah, I'm not yet clear
Baby
to
steps.
run or jump.
Do you feel like if you were to measure yourself on a percentage, do you feel like you're in the latter half? Do you feel like
Oh,
you're
totally in the latter half. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Good.
Really, I can like walk. I like, and most of the time, like nobody notices that, and every once in a while, like Love's like in the middle of a walk when I think everything's fine. That it's like, by the way, and like all of a sudden, I'm like, son of a.
I'm still fucked up.
Stairs suck.
Ow.
Stairs really suck. Was at an MCW event 2 weeks ago, and Booker T's in the ring, and I'm walking up to the ring, and there's this big melee happening, and I charge into the ring, and I get all the way up to the ring, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just walked up the steps, and I didn't hurt. Like, that's awesome. And then I had to go down the steps, and that was a different story. So I'm like one step at a time going down. Like, don't look at me, Booker T. Don't look at me.
Hell body.
Booker T's cool as fuck, man. The one time I got to sit right behind the commentary table, he was really cool to us during commercial breaks. It's pretty cool.
And to give all credit to Booker T, that event for MCW, we were supposed to have Kevin Nash. Unfortunately, he has a back injury and wasn't able to make it. And so Booker T stepped in. He spent his own flight miles to come to the show last second.
Damn.
He did this whole segment with us. He watched every match and gave feedback to the wrestlers on their matches.
Oh,
I was blown away. I was like, he he didn't have to do that by any stretch, any of that on any stretch of the imagination. He really came in on the clutch. And then the next day was the clip you saw from Reality of Wrestling where he's giving somebody a WWE ID contract, and it was like amazing, like just a solid, amazing guy and professional. Like I can't say enough good things about Booker T.
That's why he's King Booker.
The first time I was a WWE extra, they ended up not using me, and so it was like, oh, you just go sit in the crowd. And I was like, okay. They set me next to Charmaine, and then like, here comes Booker T halfway through the show, and like it's just the three of us talking. I was like, this, I feel really out of place.
My lady,
right?
Hello.
Oh yeah, man. If you guys can't make it out to Iowa, though, you've got to tune in to Triller TV, Fight TV. I'm not exactly sure which name it is half the time. Is it officially now only Fight TV?
No, it is officially Triller TV.
Triller TV.
But they haven't changed all of their social media platforms to be Triller, so it still says Fight on a lot of their social media.
They should get on that.
Right? You think it was such a big
if only they
corporation,
had a
like-
reliable social media manager that they would like to pay, like, I don't know, a 6-figure salary to, that would be really nice. To help you fix all of those things.
It could be really nice. It'd be really, then you guys would be top notch. You know what I mean?
And all the Revolver plugs all the time.
right?
Did you guys hold on? This kind of has something to do with what we're talking about. But did you see for ROH Final Battle?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cardona and Jericho.
What the fuck is happening?
I can't wait to hear the promos.
What if Cardona's the Revolver champion going into Final Battle?
Mm.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I was like, blah. My brain just like,
Now watch at the end of finale, Phil's gonna go out there and cost Ace the title, just to get Revolver some spotlight. Oh,
and out comes Chris Jericho, because hey, you never know.
Oh, son of a
man,
bitch.
God,
I'm so
dude.
fucking mad if I don't go to Iowa with Jericho.
Cephas would never forgive you.
To be fair, I've done a lot of cool things with Jericho. I've been on stage with Fozzy while he performed, so I can't. You know what I mean? Chris Jericho, he's the greatest of all time. Like I've said before, and I mean it. He could go out on stage and eat a live puppy, and I would still defend him.
And again, for people who are watching who are like, what does Phil know? Because, he knows that. And like, I don't. Like, Sammy doesn't tell me things, but he thinks he does. So like the Mania weekend event, when Dave Arquette jumped the barricade, and I'm like, who is this guy jumping the barricade? And I turn around and like, who is, let me not touch David Arquette? David Arquette? Like, my brain just like went blit.
Wait, hold on. Everything in
know.
my body says tackle you, but I guess I shouldn't.
Right.
It's the Indies, man. You never know.
Man, you really don't.
You never know.
And
I'm
it's
still waiting for
Revolver.
Danny DeVito to show up and hit Sammy with a pile driver over that fucking Danny Dorito video.
And do a bag of Doritos.
That would be amazing and absolutely instantaneously viral. He comes out of the trash can.
Because Danny DeVito would make Sammy look humongous.
Oh my god. Yeah, Sammy would look huge.
And Danny could come out as, I'm the trash man.
Yeah.
Throw trash all around the ring.
And the trash is full of Doritos.
Yes.
Has any indie promotion ever tried to get him to be the trash man?
I don't know if we have enough money for that,
Right.
Look
I
at
don't even know if
pitching
he would
together.
accept money for that. He'd probably just be like, no, I don't want to do that.
I mean, and to be fair, he is up there in age, and that But then again, I say that, and what was his name? Robin, from the original Batman, Dick Ward, did a spot with Pro Wrestling Unplugged years and years ago, and kicked the shit out of Delirious. And it was like, here's this guy. I was like, he's not gonna be able to get in the ring. He got in the ring very slowly. He walks up to Delirious, wham, 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 and like walks slowly out of the. I'm like, what?
You mean boom, pow, bang?
Except 3 times the speed. It was just like Unbelievable. How did he do that? And it was like, oh yeah, he's also trained in like some martial art, like Muay Thai or something. And I'm like, oh, and he just kicked the shit out of Delirious.
That's awesome. I got to meet him in Adam West a couple years ago at a comic expo.
Adam West.
I know. It was fucking awesome. Just to hear his voice live and in person.
Adam West.
You mean Adam Wee?
Yeah. My son looked at him. He's like, "You're Batman?" He's like, "Yes, son, I am."
He was one of the best Batmans. But I don't know how much you've looked into his outside life from back then. Because you talk about debauchery. That son of a bitch. I read a story somewhere saying
he's a ladies' man.
Yeah, that he spent so much time with different women during the day that it became an issue that he got banned. Him and Burt Ward got banned from the local nightclubs, and people cheered because of all the people that they were sleeping with. I don't know. Obviously,
finally, some for the rest of us.
Obviously, I wasn't around. I don't know how true it is.
Damn, Batman had pull.
Awesome.
I'm trying to think of other actors that you might be that people would want to see inside of wrestling now. Like,
yeah,
that people would be like, like.
I mean, Paul Walter Hausen said, kind of opened a door there, a forbidden door.
And he's the connection to the Marvel universe. We could have Chris Hemsworth and be Thor, and then come in the rest of the ring and Revolver.
RDJ just shows up.
You're thinking all that. I'm thinking like more obscure, like any Ron Perlman. Like just
yeah, that's fair. I mean,
come out as Hellboy.
Keanu Reeves. Speaking of Keanu Reeves,
from what I recall, that's fair. That is fair.
It's totally excellent.
From what I recall, Tom Holland is a wrestling fan.
Wow. Mm-hmm. There's got to be some pro wrestling fan out there somewhere that's famous that wants to wrestle that needs to see this exact clip right here. Hit up Pro Wrestling Revolver. It's worldwide on pay-per-view. You know what I mean? Reach out to the president of wrestling, Phil. He'll get you there.
Look at the work that Paul did. You know what I mean? He's living his dream and looking good in the process.
I could see Pedro Pascal as like the best heel manager ever.
Oh, he's so good.
Could you imagine?
I can imagine him as a wrestler too. Shit.
He'd be so good at doing reaching in and pulling your leg and just being like, "Oh no, I didn't do anything.
I did nothing."
Dude's got range too.
Yeah,
like he can be funny.
Matthew McConaughey. All right. What you see is.
Let's take our shirts off. All right.
A friend of mine just told me he got into Matthew McConaughey's book, and so he got the audio book, and it's him reading the audio book and like goes on tangents that the book doesn't cover. And I'm like, I'm all in. I want to hear it.
Bro, it's tremendous. I literally talked about this on this show. It's called Green Lights, and basically the whole story of the book is that even when you run into a red light, that it's actually a green light because it's holding you back from something that you were supposed to miss. And that's basically how the whole fucking book goes, dude. He's just he's the whole time, dude. Awesome. It's really good, right, man. It literally sounds like you're just sitting there listening to him, man, and he's just telling you. And
but couldn't you just? I could listen to him talk about anything, though. So,
bro, if you have
good stories, at least
worth the credit. Oh, it's a fantastic listen. Also, if you want to hear Will Smith say "fuck" in his autobiography, he says "fuck" several times. Just saying.
He just don't cuss on his albums. Oh, Eminem does.
My dad, who is from the Midwest, and his cousin, who is from Tiffin, Ohio.
The mean streets.
Mean streets of Tiffin, Ohio. I'm in the car with them. I'm in the car with my dad. We're on our way to go visit him. And we get to this red light. My dad just floors it through the red light. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, well, my cousin always told me you floor it at a red light. What? No. Don't do that.
I know what town you're in.
Get to another red light. Does it again. I'm like, stop doing this. What are you doing? Well, my cousin told me to do this. We get up to an intersection. It's a green light. And he stops. I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, well, my cousin might be coming the other way.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's, you know what?
Speaking of books, I just got my Barry Horowitz book. We had Barry on a couple months ago.
Mhm.
And I just ordered his book not that long ago. It just came. I'm gonna have to read it soon.
Did he sign it?
No, I bought it from the store, so I'm gonna have to ship it to him to have it signed.
Okay.
He seems to be pretty gung ho about it because I sent him a picture of having it, and he was very happy. So
That's pretty neat.
Please tell me somewhere in the book it's just like a tracing of his hand. Because he was patting himself on the back.
and that'd be fucking great. You
On the
can
back of
pat
the book?
yourself on your back with this right here. This is my actual hand, copied on page 62. You take that and copy that, and there you go, right there. Shoo. You know, I tell you what, man, we're trying to shoot for the moon when it comes to guests at this point because this whole next year I want to have some guests that when you're scrolling through your social media you're like, holy fuck, the dad's got who?
Mhm.
Like I'm aiming. I'm fucking.
We got a couple of them this year, man. So
We did get quite a few, but
And you always have me.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
and we want you to keep coming back.
love
man.
having
like
you
this
on,
being a
Phil.
thing.
yeah. At this point, even 10 years down the road, you're moved on from Revolver or something. Where we're still having Phil on to have a Revolver preview. I don't even work there.
We got at least the next 3 or 4 shows lined up just in thumbnails alone.
Yeah, I think Phineas and Phil.
Oh my god, that would be awesome. I will do for the guy who does the voice for Doofenshmirtz.
Yeah,
I love
Oh.
his videos online. Love them.
Dan Povenmire. I've actually reached out to him as well.
That's awesome. And
I've reached
they're
out to
doing a
basically-
remake of the show, so I'm like really super excited.
I've reached out to basically every single voice actor. Rob Paulson. If I ever get Rob Paulson,
Mhm.
know that I am dying inside of happiness because he is. I mean, he's my absolute favorite of all time, and he is fantastic.
I
I want H. John Benjamin.
Yeah,
That'd be a
he's-
cool one.
There's a friend of mine who I feel weird when I say this now because I did like some really bad horror movies with him. And he's a voice actor now in Hollywood and is recently like he won an Emmy for being Donald Duck during the pandemic. He is the voice of Buzzbee on Cheerios. Like he does all these voices and like I don't think his name is out there. His name is Daniel Ross. And like there's part of me that's like reach out to him and see if he wants to come on and be like, I know Phil too. Like see what
Hold on. I'm gonna write this down because I am, like I said, I'm all about super cool guests. And if I get, you said he just won awards for being Donald Duck. That's a shoe in.
we would have our second Emmy winner.
Bro.
Let's see. He in the Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the game from this year, he was the voice of Lackey. In multiverses, he's Gizmo, Stripe, and Uncle Shagworthy.
What?
In Jumanji Wild Adventures, he's Captain Bogart, Dr. Barlow, and Hunter Whitlock.
Bro, I play multiverses all the time with my son. I am Uncle Shagsworthy on the reg.
Awesome.
That is. What's his name? Daniel?
Daniel Ross.
Is he on your Insta and shit?
He's on I think Insta and definitely Facebook.
Okay.
And like it kills me because like I'll be like randomly doing something and I hear his voice. I'm like, Daniel, and I will always message him like, I just heard you. And he's like, yep, that's me. Because it allows him to do a shameless plug on like what he's doing.
Wow.
Because I think I came across him on a twice.
so great.
He's done different voices in Star Trek Online on the video game, and it's
What?
like I'm just watching along, and it's like, oh, this is Daniel. Hey, Daniel, you're a Tholian today.
How do you even get into that?
See, that's my goal with this. If I could ever get famous with anything that I do, even if I get pseudo famous, I want it to be famous enough that I can work my way into doing cartoons and some type of something with pro wrestling somewhere. That's my goal. I would love to. I've got voice reels and all kinds of shit. I have to show you guys someday. I've been doing voices privately for forever. I just have never had any opportunity living in Ohio.
I mean, you never know. Like you have to find like casting information.
Yeah.
Like I definitely do not touch that world as deeply as like Daniel or like a Paul Walter Hauser. Like I live on the East Coast, not the West Coast. But in the DC area, there's a decent amount of stuff. And so like I got cast actually for a commercial about a month ago, And then they were like, "Oh, we decided to change days and what we're doing, so we don't need you anymore."
Thanks.
And the day before, it was like, "Oh, it's a life insurance commercial. We need like 100 people in the crowd, and we'll pay everybody." Like, okay, cool. I was in a Super Bowl commercial a few years ago.
That's awesome.
But you based it's funny because it was freezing cold the day we filmed. We weren't supposed to know what it was, even though we were cast under like this is the product it's going to be for. They green screened everything in so we wouldn't know what it was, and we were all like, "It's a Bud Light commercial. We already know." Like, "Oh, you're not supposed to know. Don't tell anybody." It's like we got cast as that. And during or in between scenes, we could bundle up. We could put our coats back on, our hats back on, but they didn't want us to have cold weather clothes on. And so in between scenes, they would now and again take shots. The shot they used for the commercial was the shot of us with our coats and hats on. That was supposed to be like a rehearsal picture. I was like, we froze our asses off
For nothing.
Right.
They're probably like, "Look, all these
Warm the whole time.
And I
These people
expected
were
more
frozen.
from. I guess because I shouldn't expect more from Bud Light.
I mean,
Well, yeah, man. I appreciate the lead on Daniel. We'll definitely hit him up, man. But we're like I said earlier, we're trying to expand into different realms and provide better content and more content for all of our people that have watched tonight
Yeah.
and that will watch in the future.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
ever evolving.
Yeah. And like we said, tune
And
in
improving.
Thriller TV if you can't make it to Iowa, because Iowa's going to be jam packed. But if you can't make it, tune in on what are you freaking out over?
Look at the comment that Joe just put in the chat,
Okay.
and my mind went a place.
Oh Jesus!
Oh my gosh!
I mean,
Could you imagine?
yeah, play it.
Jelly
Roll versus Crash
Yeah.
and Dog
The
Collar
dog
match.
collar match.
I mean,
deep.
that choke slam at WrestleMania was, you
I'm
know,
just a long red son of a sinner. Let's do it.
and I only
Something
Taco
else.
Bell when I need some flavor.
God, I need some flavor. All right. You guys got anything else before we wrap this shit up?
Nah, I'm good, man.
Put a bow on it.
What?
Put a bow on it.
Well, yeah.
Oh, on it.
Put a bow on it.
I really just heard "mana."
That's what I heard.
Bow on
What?
Hey man, put a bow on it.
I heard you, Mac.
Dave Gideoto.
Here's Kyoto.
Well,
Saturday, Clive, Iowa, Horizon Event
Yeah.
Center. You can go there and see it or watch on Triller TV. Wrestling Revolver season finale. It's going to be awesome. I believe it is 8 Central, 9 Eastern.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, it is, sir.
It always messes me up when they're in
Follow
Iowa.
all of our
It's just-
social media at PW Revolver. Check it out.
Yes. Check it all out. There's tons of good stuff on there, man. I could scroll through Revolver social media and just relive some really cool moments that I
with
was
homie tussle clips
there
too.
for. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they're awesome.
Oh.
But as always, we've been the dWo podcast. I'm Big Rig Eric Maffey. He is Mr. Magnificent Mike Martin. He is the wrestling t-shirt guy, Bo Cephas, and he is the president of wrestling, Mr. Phil Stamper. As always, check us out on all our socials at DW_podcast, Facebook at the dWo podcast. Make sure you go ahead and buy that $20 album.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that right there. Ooh,
There it
it's so
is.
pretty. It's so pretty. And stream it on all the platforms.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Oh, by the way,
Um,
hoodies are not available at the Revolver shows, but they are available on TeePublic.
TeePublic.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You can get this here white version or the beautiful red and black version as well.
We need to get a green one so I can have a new 420 shirt.
We need to try to come up with a couple more designs.
You have,
Especially if we're going to end up doing this 420 show.
I still want Michael Ray to redesign this logo with the Bengal stripes for a shirt.
Yes.
That'd be fucking sweet.
For
Yes.
next season, obviously.
I'm just going to bring
Absolutely.
extra money with me when I get my next tattoo done.
I just want to commission you for some artwork.
Hey, whatever
Mhm.
works, man.
All right.
Well, yeah, make sure you check us out on all those socials. You know the drill. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. And we will see you back here on Tuesday for Revolver Rewind. with the homie Tesselmania.
The preview,
The homie
then we're gonna
Tesselmania.
preview the review.
Love it. Hey, well, until next time, top day.